Sule Lamido, former Jigawa State Governor, a chieftain of the PDP, and a member of the coalition, has pledged his support to Peter Obi if he emerges as the coalition presidential candidate. Lamido, while responding to question whether he will support Peter Obi if he emerges as the presidential candidate, said, and I quote, "If the coalition produces Peter Obi, who is committed to rescuing Nigeria, I will support him, but I will remain in PDP. We should have outgrown tribal and regional sentiment. Leadership should be about competence and vision, not geography. What has the North gained from producing the most presidents if the region remains underdeveloped? I'm open to any arrangement that can confront APC and rescue Nigeria. I will support those who share that goal." On the other hand, the Middle Belt Forum says since the North lacks option, they may stick with Peter Obi and his promise to serve one term in office if elected president of the country in 2027, given his track record of keeping to promises. The national president of the Middle Belt Forum, Dr. Bitrus Poga, maintained that the North will have no choice but to support a candidate from the South that they could trust, since any move to produce a candidate from the North might not fly. Dr. Poga said, in quotes, "I want to say that a drawing person wouldn't mind even holding onto a straw, thinking that it will save him. So in the situation which the North find itself in, I do not think that their choices are many. Getting a Northerner to contest is a problem, and they must have to trust somebody that has a track record of consistency, which Peter Obi seems to have." Peter Obi is the most intelligent and strategic politician in Nigeria right now. There is no one that comes close. I've seen a lot of posts and people are saying that the coalition wants to use Mr. Peter Obi to shine. Most of you do not understand the game that Mr. Peter Obi is playing. That Twitter space that Mr. Peter Obi held, declaring that he's going to run for 4 years, is a masterstroke. That statement that was reported by various dailies will nip in the bud the presidential ambition of any other politician in that coalition, because I am sure they will not want to show off themselves as desperate, and I'm sure they will not also want to show off themselves as the people that will destroy that coalition. They say they want to rescue Nigeria. Mr. Peter Obi has given them the surest and the easiest way to win election in 2027 and rescue Nigeria. Mr. Peter Obi knows that he has the popularity, he has the nationwide appeal, he has the credibility, he has the competency to become the president of Nigeria. And he equally knows that it is a turn of the South. Of course, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president, but unfortunately, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not doing well. Therefore, Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs to be removed. So for you to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you need to bring in a Southerner. And that is the reason why Mr. Peter Obi gave them his proposal: make me the president, and in 4 years, power will return back to the North. This proposition from Mr. Peter Obi is a mind game. With this proposition, Mr. Peter Obi has put the coalition in a very tight corner. I don't think there's any politician in that proposition that has made known his proposals to Nigerians and the coalition. Mr. Peter Obi has simply leapfrogged every other politicians in that coalition. He has gone ahead of them. And this is the reason why Mr. Peter Obi did what he did. You need to understand that this coalition is not just about Mr. Peter Obi. There are other politicians in that coalition who also has interest in that coalition. The biggest masquerade in that coalition is Atiku Abubakar. And Atiku Abubakar interest, Atiku Abubakar ambition will determine if that coalition will succeed or not. It is the same ambition and interest that has destroyed Nigeria today, that has brought Nigeria where Nigeria is today. We'll talk about that later. You also have Rotimi Amechi, and there will be other politicians that will join this coalition that will also have a stake in the presidential ticket. Now, this is what Mr. Peter Obi has done. The coalition is seeking to oust Bola Ahmed Tinubu out of office in 2027. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Southerner, and in 2027, he will have ruled for 4 years. Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over for President Muhammadu Buhari, who has an 8 years uninterrupted regime. The best option on the table for the coalition is to zone the presidential ticket to the South, the same way APC zoned the presidential ticket to the North prior to the 2015 presidential election. You need to understand that it was the turn of Yaradua, but unfortunately he died. May his soul rest in peace. And Goodluck Ebele Jonathan took over. The 2011 presidency was supposed to go to the North in order to maintain the rotation of 8 years in the North after 8 years of President Olusegun Obasanjo. But Goodluck Ebele Jonathan contested that election and also wanted to complete an 8 years tenure. But you all know how that pans out. So in order not to have that same thing repeat itself again, the coalition must zone their ticket to the South. They must produce a Southern candidate to take over from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Majority of Nigerians will prefer to go with Bola Ahmed Tinubu rather than voting for another northern candidate. I myself will personally vote for a southern candidate rather than voting for a northern candidate in 2027. We should respect the zoning formula. It is sacrosanct. We should not allow other regions to feel left out in Nigeria. Now, Peter Obi is making it very easier for them. I am not a greedy person and I'm not desperate. I am the only alternative in the south that can oust Bola Ahmed Tinubu out in office. I am credible, I am competent, and I have a large followership. I have the obedient movement. I have 6 million block vote that was allocated to me by INEC, even though we know that it is more than 6 million block vote. There is no candidate in the south that has the appeal, that has the nationwide reach, that has the popularity than I. There is no southern candidate that can galvanize the youth and make them to go to the poll again and vote another presidential candidate after the disappointment in 2023. I am the only one that can do that. You have everything in me, but I'm making it very easy for you. Give me the presidential ticket and let us win this election. All I need is a support from the north. Of course, the last election, I didn't do quite well in the north, especially the northeast and the northwest. The north is usually disenchanted with Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. They want Tinubu to go. All you need is to galvanize support from the northeast and the northwest, and we will win this election. Once I become president, I need just 4 years. Once I'm done with my 4 years, I will leave office and I will ensure that power returns back to the north for the north to take over in their 8 years tenure. Peter Obi believes that he doesn't need 8 years to implement his policies. Peter Obi believes that he doesn't need 8 years to put people out of poverty, improve Nigeria education, especially the out of school children, improve our health sector, improve the quality of life of the people, stop the corruption in Nigeria, stop the oil theft, stop inflation. Peter Obi believes that he just needs 4 years and he's going to implement his policies. He's going to structure Nigeria institution that every other president that comes after him will run with the blueprint that he has. He has done it in Anambra State. Anambra State is politically and economically viable today because of the legacies of Mr. Peter Obi. And let me tell you the truth. Leadership is not a rocket science. It's just that majority of the politicians and the leaders we have in Nigeria today are not willing and ready to transform the country. They don't have the right ideology and mindset to fix this country. But when you look at Mr. Peter Obi, you will see his ideology and mindset. Let me take you back. In 2018, when Peter Obi allegedly sent an email to Reno Omokri, you can see Mr. Peter Obi's thought pattern. Thank you for your work to make Nigeria better. So Mr. Peter Obi has been consistent. Now the ball is in the court of the coalition. Their best bet so far is to make Mr. Peter Obi the presidential candidate. If they truly want to win the election, if they truly care about zoning, if they truly care about equity, fairness and justice, if they truly care about solving the problem inherent in this country, then Mr. Peter Obi is the best presidential candidate to fly that ticket. And Mr. Peter Obi will definitely win that election. Of course, we know that Atiku Abubakar is equally eager to be the presidential candidate, but we know that this time around, it is not the turn of the North to produce a presidential candidate. Atiku Abubakar should, as a matter of fact, put his presidential ambition behind him and see the future of this country. He should be an elder statesman. Like I said earlier, it is his greed and ambition that brought us to where we are today. Prior to the 2015 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar was a bona fide PDP member. Atiku Abubakar left the PDP to go and form APC because he wanted to become president. Atiku Abubakar was solely responsible for the formation of APC and bringing President Muhammadu Buhari to power. If Atiku Abubakar has stayed back in PDP and supported Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, I am definitely sure that in 2019, Atiku Abubakar would have become the president, because there is no how APC would have been seen anywhere in the corridors of power. When he saw that he could not actualize his presidential ambition in APC, he returned back in PDP, contested in 2019. The PDP allowed the Northerners to contest that primary all opposed, but in 2023, Atiku Abubakar should have been wise. He should have allowed that ticket to come back to the South. But he threw himself in again which caused the rift between him and Nyesom Wike. It is not all about Atiku Abubakar. It should not be about the presidential ambition of a particular man. The presidential ambition of Atiku Abubakar is costing us a lot politically. Now he is currently in this coalition. He should bury his presidential ambition. It's not a must that he become president. That President Muhammadu Buhari became president does not mean that Atiku Abubakar will become president. He should become an elder statesman. Look at President Muhammadu Buhari. After 4 unsuccessful attempts, he finally became the president. His presidency turned out to be a colossal failure. It would have been better that President Muhammadu Buhari was left to enjoy his retirement. Bringing him out of retirement to come and become the president is one of the worst mistakes in the political history of this country. Atiku Abubakar will be better off as an elder statesman than a president because his presidential ambition is costing us a lot. He should not keep dragging us back with his presidential ambition. This coalition should focus on giving a Southerner the presidential ticket. If they are truly concerned about winning that election, if they are truly concerned about salvaging this country, if they are truly concerned about stopping Bola Ahmed Tinubu's disastrous administration, then their only best bet is Mr. Peter Obi. They should not fumble it. Nigerians are watching. Nigerians will support this coalition depending on the kind of presidential candidate that they produce. Anything aside Mr. Peter Obi is going to be effort in futility. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.